Morning guys, it's the 7th of June. I'm Henry Green from London Trading Group. I'm just going to run through what we're looking for in the markets for today. So the euro actually it's closed quite bearishly. Indecision bar, a bit of a resistance level up there. So we gapped after what Yellen was talking about, and we have since, well, it's all been filled very, very spiky, but we seem to have we seem to have had a bit of an indecision bar, a good level of resistance up there at 113.50, and it does look for now like it needs to pull back, and I like a pullback down to 112.70. I think that's a really good zone to be looking for. Slow stochastic seems to be coming up to cross, and this is a range, so I think euro does pull back to 112.70. I think that's certainly a good level to be looking for the longs, and if you get a good entry, certainly to be selling it down to there. So you're sort of looking for about 70 pips, I think, in euro dollar to get down to that level, down towards 112.70. Certainly the dailies are looking like that, and the hourlies line up quite nicely, because you had a push, as you can see here, to the 118 without any pullback to the 38, and now we're in that zone, I think, where it could potentially come off. Cable, another horrendous spike this morning. Polls released at 5 o'clock in the morning. Saw cable rally ridiculously from 144.70 to 146.70. So really big move in cable this morning, really spiking. We have since all come all the way back, but this is just setting the dangers really for trading cable at the moment. All it is such a poll driven market, it seems, at the moment. That's all the market seems to care about, these polls, so just be wary of these. But as you can see, it actually was just a perfect retest of my trend line that I had in. Interesting, that's exactly where it stopped. So yeah, I mean, I don't know why they have to release them at that time in the morning, but they do so just be wary that holding any positions in cable or looking at things like that is going to be potentially quite risky, especially for the next 2 or 3 weeks leading into the referendum. So that's going to be pretty interesting, and cable's going to continue to be choppy. I mean, look how choppy and overextended that market is. You've had blows to the top side and the bottom side, so I'm not going to try and predict exactly where this market's going to go. If I had to pick a side, I think probably higher. I do like it potentially hold around here, and then we potentially push higher, and I think if you manage to get a few almost holding bars in here in the 60-minute chart, then we potentially could see this go higher. So we have gone through this as trend line. That's the only thing that's potentially leading us lower, and the new fib, so you've got AB's taken out, so all you can do really is fib the new one on that chop. So if we go, where would it be? Yeah, probably hit AB, pull back really deep. Okay, so we have hit that obviously now. So that's the new AB. So we're back into the buy zone. You just got to look for it to hold somewhere around 144.70, I think, before then potentially looking like it wants to rally. So 144.70 is quite a good zone in cable, and I probably like a bit there to potentially see this cable go higher. Dollar yen, nice bounce yesterday, good level of resistance up there. We are back, good level of support down at 106.20 that we talked about. I like it up here. I think 107.90 is a good level, and if we do seem to turn around, then I think an initial sell would be a good idea. The only thing is that often what would happen is you don't get an instant blowback day just straight away after that really bullish bar yesterday. So I think you might get, or ideally you get a holding bar, so getting potentially a good price today, and then see it sell off tomorrow. And I think dollar yen probably just goes sideways for today. I can't really see it coming all the way back off such a good rally yesterday. So it looks like it wants to potentially just hold, and then if it does at this good level of resistance up at 107.90 around here somewhere, I think it then sells off, and then we go lower, and I do think dollar yen goes lower. If you manage to get through 106.20, I think 105.35 is the next one down to the D, then at 102.90, and my next level of support actually down is 101.75. so there's a big old area to go in dollar yen. Dollar yen actually has these big gaps of support and resistance, so that means that when it breaks one, it's got a nice trending and a nice trend to then carry on going. So that's what I'm looking for in that one. Dollar CAD, I don't think this is finished yet. I think it's probably got another move down. What's happened here is, the way I'm seeing it, is that you've pulled back. You've not quite got back to the 38. I wouldn't count this as a D hit really, because I think the break from the trend line is normally over an extended move. So if you don't call it a D, it's not got there for me yet. So I think this probably keeps going. Got all the way down to 128 yesterday. Got basically hit my level exactly on the nose at 128. If you manage to go through here, then 125.20 is your next one down. But otherwise, this is quite a good level, so you could actually see a pullback here. And looking in towards 128.50, I think is quite a good zone. I actually had quite a good level of support, 128.40, so just watch for that. If you get a pullback into there, certainly be looking for the short side. It seems to like this 21 moving average on the hour and on the day, so just be careful and look for any sort of pullback into that, because I think that's a really good selling opportunity. So I think 128.50 zone is a really good one in dollar CAD, and one that I'm certainly going to be looking for to have an initial short position in that one. Aussie, let's have a look at Aussie on the day. Aussie, yeah, nice. It's rallied. I think there was an RBA meeting overnight. I will go back and check that, but there was. So obviously good news out of Australia. Aussie's significantly rallied, just like we thought. We're on the way to the D now. The D's up at 74.40, so we're not quite up there yet, but I think it will probably get there and then probably overshoot. 74.50 is a good level of resistance, so they're the two levels to watch for. So you've got 74.45 and 74.50, so approximately the same zone, but certainly be watching for those as an initial bounce, because that is a good level. Certainly 74.50 is, and then the next one up through that 75. So what you could get obviously is a pullback, a shallow pullback, and then you go on to the 127. So this was a shallow pullback anyway, but if you do get that, where does that take you up to? 75. Okay, cool. So I think you probably do just get this overshoot. Maybe it blips its head through that 74.50 level before coming back a little bit, but certainly Aussie looks like it wants to continue on up. Again, this one's been has been liking the 21 moving average, respecting the 21 moving average on the day, on the hour, sorry. So just watch for that one as well. But certainly Aussie and dollar CAD look like Aussie wants to go higher, dollar CAD wants to go lower. So this probably leaves Kiwi looking like it probably wants to go higher as well, which actually it doesn't. Kiwi looks like it's held nicely. We've just pulled back into that good level of support, which it was resistance and now it's support, 69.20. We could now actually see that rally from here. So after that holding date there, we potentially could now see this go again. I like how it's held at that good level of support on the day. So if I don't know whether you'll be able to see it on the hour, but it is a good level there that it's held at. Can't quite see it. So it's, yeah, anyway, it's held nicely at support. So if you have a look on the day, it's quite clear that 69.20 is a good level for the Kiwi. It is making these lower highs and lower lows on the hour, so just be wary of that. But we are back into the buy zone now, and the D takes us up to, let's have a look where the D takes us up to. D takes up to 70.60, okay, which actually is right at the top, and it's exactly where is my next, well, my top level of resistance is. So Kiwi again looks like it wants to continue on higher. So I'd say across the board it looks like you've got commodity strength today. It looks that way. Look, it's all lined up. Dollar CAD looks like it wants to continue on down. Aussie and Kiwi higher. Is there one that looks lower? Yeah, Euro. I think Euro potentially looks lower today. Cable is going to come off probably a little bit more and then rally. Dollar yen we think potentially goes sideways, so I think you'd probably be looking for the commodities against maybe the yen, certainly the euro, and maybe the pound as well. So they're probably the cross pairs that I'll be looking for today, but certainly for me it looks like there's going to be commodity strength for today. Okay guys, I hope that's been useful. I'll be back tomorrow with another market update. Click subscribe to never miss a video again, and happy trading for today. Thanks very much for listening.